Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are. Today I want to talk about sales coaching. And do you agree with me that COVID-19 has been a challenging time for sales professionals? Why? Because the social distancing norms have really compelled teams to do what? To stay at home and to interact with prospects and potential clients online instead of face-to-face. And you cannot hide. This makes it difficult for them to close deals. But if you ever worked in sales, or if you ever worked in an environment where you really have to close a deal or to closing deals, you will understand and you will know that challenges in closing deals are not exactly new for sales professionals, right? However, given the current situation, I do believe that it could add a real strain to the spirit of the team. And in times like this, leaders need to do less management and more coaching. And this is exactly when sales coaching comes to the rescue. Because it educates people, it helps boost morale, and it keeps the team engaged. You see, when you're a VP of sales or a sales director or a sales manager, or you are somebody, let's say, who is running companies, your customers become your staff. Your staff, your people are your customers. And specifically to the sales teams, your customers become your salespeople. So what is your top priority? Your top priority should be helping them to succeed. Because after all, if every individual in your company, in your organization, in your department reaches their potential, you will definitely reach your potential. And just like asking your prospects the right questions is crucial, asking your salespeople the right question is crucial too. So in this video today, I would like to share with you 6 questions, 6 sales coaching questions to ask your salespeople. Question number 1. And by the way, how do you do this? You do it online or face-to-face. If it's face-to-face or online, you grab a cup of coffee, you sit down across the table or online, casual but professional, and you're having a conversation with your salespeople, with your team, one-on-one. It has to be one-on-one. And it's a conversation, it is not an interrogation. And the purpose of this is for you to really find out exactly what goes through your people's brain, your people's heart, and what really are struggling with, what motivates them, what are they looking forward. Because the more, just like in sales, the more you know your customers, their needs, their wants, their pain points, the better you can sell them. The same philosophy applies when you manage people, when you manage companies. The better and more you know your people, the better you can lead them, the better you can manage them, the better you can give them what they want so you can get what you want. So question number 1, you sit down, you grab a cup of coffee. Hey, John, what would you like to accomplish in the next 6 months, year, 2 years? That's number 1 question. And the best leaders out there know, or you should know, what your people are striving towards. And specifically when you have a sales team, maybe some of your people want to save up to buy a house, or maybe they want to save money to buy a car, or maybe they want to save money to go on a holiday, or maybe they want to save money to get married, or maybe some others are working hard to get a promotion. And this question helps you dig in both for professional goals as well as personal goals. What would you like to accomplish in the next 6 months, 1 year, 2 years? Ask this question, keep quiet, let the people speak. And if the first answer is professional, for example, I want to get promoted to a team leader, manager, VP of sales, whatever, follow up with a personal question. For example, great, what are you hoping to achieve on a personal level? And vice versa. If they say, listen, I'm saving money because I want to get married, great. What are you hoping to achieve on a professional level? Take notes, write them down. You don't need to take action today. You don't need to give them a plan today. Take notes, understand, take notes here, write notes if you want. You don't have to take action. You can take action later on. Question number 2, specifically for sales. Which part of the sales process do you find most challenging and why? It is your responsibility as a manager, as a leader, as an entrepreneur, as an executive leader, as somebody who is leading companies and teams, to find your people weaknesses and correct or mitigate them. I believe in developing somebody's strengths than weaknesses, but you need to know what your people are struggling with the most. And if you're a good leader, you should be able to discover some of the weaknesses through simple observation. But it is always a good idea to get your people's feedback as well. And then what you can do, once you gather all the feedback, I struggle with, when it comes to sales, I struggle with prospecting, I struggle with closing, I struggle when the customer is giving me this objection, you can go and design a coaching program around these areas. For example, if you have a sales professional that he or she says that he or she has a hard time surfacing objections, you might work with that salesperson to develop questions or do role play scenarios with hidden objections. I'm looking for the remote to turn off the aircon and put on the fan. And when you ask this kind of question, which part of the sales process do you find most challenging and why? You know what is the worst answer you could have? I don't find anything challenging. This is the most worrisome. You know why? Because when a sales representative, when a sales professional says they don't struggle with anything, they are overconfident or reluctant to be honest to you, which is neither a good thing. Confidence is good, arrogance is not. Arrogance is not. Question number 3. What would your prospects or clients say about working with you? And this question forces people to consider others' people's point of view. For example, maybe your salesperson will say, the prospect probably say, I'm too pushy because I've been pushing them to get me to the decision maker. Or perhaps they will say, this client appreciate the suggestions and the demo I've done with them, for evaluation criteria, but they want more transparency around pricing. I don't know. The point is not the answer. The point is for you to help your people see themselves through the potential client's eyes, through the buyer's eyes, so then you can work together to improve their relationship with their buyer. What will your clients or what will your prospects say about working with you? This question will catch you people off guard, but it doesn't matter. Watch how they reply. Question number 4. Let's say they sign up a deal or they lost a deal. Mary, what went well during your sales presentation with customer X? What did you do well and where do you see opportunities for improvement? This is a classic question for a reason. Do you know why? Because if I have an employee, specifically a sales professional, that never reflect on their performance, I know they will never grow. Yes, you can tell them exactly what they did successfully. You can tell them exactly where they fell short, but you cannot observe 100% of their conversations. So it is. I find out that it is far more effective to put them into the habit of analyzing themselves. And this is the point of this question. Let them analyze themselves and see if they understand what they're doing or what they're not doing. Because at the end of the day, you want your people to be smart. You don't want robots, right? Unless you work in AI, I don't know. Question number 5. John, you are discussing with customer X. You are in the process of negotiating the contract. Which strategies are you going to use? You know, it is easier for you to give them an action plan, what they have to do. But it develops them more if you let them think about what they are going to do. Because they will be more engaged if they are part of the process, if they are part of crafting the process, of crafting the strategy to close the deal. For example, I can say, John, which strategies are you going to steps will you take to reduce discounting? And then maybe he will say, I will establish the product's value earlier in the sales conversation. And then what do you ask? How will you do that? Make your people think. That's how you develop your people. And that's how you coach. This is what coaching is all about. Coaching is about guiding people in the process, but you don't give them the answers. They need to find the answers. And this is exactly what coaching is all about. You see, most people know the answers. If you're a good coach, you are able to extract those answers. See, most people know what they want to do. They know. And this is what effective coaching is all about. Dig deep. Keep peeling the layers in the conversation. So how, you say, I will establish the product's value earlier in the sales conversation. How will you do that? I will create a testimonials page from the industry to say, excellent. And when you present to them, what will you say if they request a discount anyway? Then we'll tell you something else. You get the point? You are really honing in. You are challenging your people. Are you ready to challenge your people? Or are you ready to accept, if you are managing sales teams, every bullshit your salespeople are telling you? Question number 6. Oh, Chinese do like this. How have your team members helped you this week, and how have you helped them? In other words, did you help anybody this week internally, and did anybody help you? Why do I ask this question? Because I know from the experience that the most successful sales teams work together. So, to encourage a spirit of collaboration, especially now that people are working from home, ask this question during your one-on-one. How have your team members helped you this week or month? And how have you helped them? And the answers, some of the answers you're looking for, John helped me with my demo account because he has more experience and the client was asking a lot of technical questions. Or I did a role play scenario on closing techniques with Maria. Or Jeremy gave me some tips on prospecting. And then I helped this guy write his email to the client, the outreach email. And then once you get the best examples, share them during your meetings with everybody. Because if you do this, what do you get? You get team spirit. It gives you a model for greater teamwork. And then what you can do, you can also mention and reward the people who went above and beyond to help others. And when you do this, this will lessen, this will reduce the air of over-competitiveness that plagues many sales teams. Managing sales teams is it's not easy. And you don't want to change people. You cannot change people. We all know that. And you need to know that learning new skills cannot be improved in a day. It's not going to happen overnight. It is an ongoing effort where you, as a leader, identify a positive behavior, and then what you do, you're reinforcing it to bring in a change within the person. And a positive change will do what? Will help the sales team to perform better and deliver better results. So you cannot change people. You cannot make an introvert an extrovert. You cannot make an extrovert an introvert. But you can encourage an introvert to open up and to communicate more with the customer. Because you know why? Because sales is all about what? It's all about building a strong relationship. Not just with the customer, but also with the team, with the stakeholders. Also with the team internally, the marketing team, the product team, and so on. So Develop your people to develop relationships, both internally and externally. You know, sales is, it sounds contradictory, but it's like this. Sales is less about selling a product and more about the process of doing it. And a successful sales professional possesses the right power skills. Successful sales professionals, they don't build, they don't sell. Successful sales professionals build relationships. So I hope that these 6 questions will help you make your team, make your sales professionals, make your people more productive, more successful, more engaged, and more happy. And your bottom line will do what? Will reap the rewards. So I do recap the 6 questions. What would you like to accomplish in the next 6 months, 1 year, 2 years? Which part of the sales process do you find most challenging and why? What will your client say about working with you? What went well during your sales presentation with customer X? Where do you see opportunities for improvement? Which sales strategies are you going to use with customer X? And last but not least, how have you helped the team this week, and how has the team helped you? And I'm not talking about sales training here. Sales training is different from sales coaching. Sales training is where you train somebody on how to sell a product. Okay, if the customer says A, you say B. If the customer says B, sales coaching takes a more personalized approach towards a holistic development. And what you can do through sales coaching is you can identify the gaps in each of your staff and then try to provide a custom-made solution to fix and help them grow. And it is all about helping people grow and helping people develop. And if you genuinely do not help people develop, do something else. So think of as a mentor-mentee relation where the end goal is to nurture and develop the person and not necessarily only to sell more products. Good luck. Thank you for watching. Any questions, drop me a PM message and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.